Several years ago, we had a little small dog given to us. It was a Pomeranian. I didn't like the dog. One night, the dog got out of his fenced-in area and ran off. I went looking for him that night, and I found him, but he wouldn't come to me. He wanted to play this game where he would get near me, and then when I would reach down for him, he would run off. I eventually had to get in my car and hunt him down. I hunted for the dog for a long time and was really getting tired of him. At one point, he ran out in front of me as I drove down the road in my car. And for a brief moment, I had this thought, push the gas and run over him. Now, I didn't do it. Instead, I kept chasing the dog until I finally got back home with him. The truth is, I didn't like the dog. I didn't want to hunt for the dog for hours, and I didn't want him to come home. I went chasing that dog that night because my wife liked the dog, and I loved my wife. I did what I did for my wife. My love for her was seen in my actions. Last time we looked here in John 15, we saw that we are to keep our love for God and be motivated by it. As we continue in this passage, we see that our love for God will prove itself. John 15:10 says, "If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in His love." He says, if you love Him, then you'll live in obedience to Him. You'll do the things that He wants you to do, just like Jesus did what His Father wanted Him to do. It's easy for someone to say, I love God. But true love is not just spoken. It's seen or proven by actions. Love is shown by what you do. If I truly love God, I'll do the things that please God. If I love God, I'll read my Bible and pray. If I love God, I'll be faithful to His church. If I love God, I'll tell others about Christ. If I love God, I'll live a righteous life for Him. On down in this passage, he said in verse 14, "You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you." It's back in John 14, he said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." The point, if we love God, we'll do what pleases Him. 1 John 2 says, "But whoso keepeth His word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in Him. He that saith he abideth in Him ought himself also to walk even as He walked." If I have the love of God in my life, I will live in obedience to His word and do what pleases Him. When our dog ran away that night, I went to find him and to bring him back safely home. Why? Because I loved my wife and it pleased her. My actions pleased my love. My love for God will be proven by the life I live. What do your actions say about your love for God?